Hello there. Welcome to another episode of Solomon's Insurance Talks. I am Timothy Solomon. I am the owner and founder of Solomon's Insurance Solutions, LLC. And today we're going to discuss two very different topics when it comes to your car insurance. Now, most of you don't know there's two types of car insurance policies you can have depending on what state you're in. Because states really control the laws and regulations outside of some federal regulations of what car insurance or insurance companies can do. So there's two types of states. You have at-fault states and no-fault states. Now, these are two vastly different concepts. I have two different insurance agencies. I have one in Virginia and I have one in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is a no-fault state and Virginia is an at-fault state. So when clients call me from two different states, I have to advise them differently. So let's explore, what these two different concepts are. So at fault is, very, very simple. It's you're at fault for the accident, or whoever's at fault for the accident, their insurance company has to pay for any kind of damages or liability or medical expenses. No fault states are the complete opposite. In a no fault state, nobody is at fault for the accident. For example, let's say you're sitting at a red light and somebody comes up and rear ends you and you're in a no fault state. That means you are both equally responsible for the accident. I know that doesn't seem fair. I understand. I know it doesn't seem fair. But there's a reason why these states have developed these two vastly different concepts. So in a no-fault state, again, let's stick with the same situation, you're rear-ended. That means you have to file a claim with your own insurance company for the damages, while the person who hit you have to file a claim with their insurance company for the damages. Now, that may seem unfair again because that means your insurance rates have an opportunity or a chance to go up. But the reason why no-fault states were created was because of all the litigation surrounding car accidents. So they called them ambulance chasers. So the lawyers out there who would look for these accidents, they will tie the insurance companies up in litigation, and it will take forever for the people involved to either get their medical expenses taken care of, to get their cars taken care of. So the states most of the states, or some of the states out there, did away with the entire concept of fault, because a doctor would write their report, a lawyer would write their report, and it would take forever for these insurance companies to come to an agreement of who pays for what. So what does that mean for you, consumer? If you are in a no-fault state, especially in Pennsylvania, and I'm going to make this specific to Pennsylvania because that's where I'm licensed out of, insurance agents will ask you, do you want limited tort or full tort? And most people don't know what that means. Limited tort limits your ability to go after the other insurance company if you were rear-ended, if we stay with the same scenario. That means if you have a limited tort, unless you had serious medical conditions that kept you from making or earning money or serious medical conditions, you cannot sue or go after the other individual's insurance companies. If you have full tort coverage, you can go after the other insurance company even if there isn't serious bodily injury. So again, these are two different costs. So some people will say, I want limited tort because the cost is less. Others will say, I want full tort. But the people who carry full tort understand the difference between the two. Because I tell most of my clients this: either you pay now or you pay later. If you carry limited tort and you get in a very serious car accident that causes a lot of damage either to you or your family members or to the vehicle, and your coverage limits was not enough to cover what happened, if you have limited tort, it's going to be very, very difficult and very costly to go after the other insurance company. You have to hire a lawyer and things like that. If you have full tort removes some of the barriers to going after the other insurance company. Now, in other states, not in Pennsylvania, there's something called PIP. That's called personal injury protection. So states that are completely no-fault states, meaning it doesn't matter if you have limited or full tort, you're going to be responsible for the accident, even if it wasn't your fault. The state requires you to carry other insurance for personal injury protection. That protects you in the event of these accidents where you don't have enough coverage limits. Your personal injury protection will take over. Now, we could have spent an hour on each of these topics. We could have. But in the interest of time and keeping these videos short and interesting for you, we're going to make you experts on insurance in a little bit of time as possible, because you can understand, those concepts. Now, we talked about the no-fault states. The at-fault states is very, very simple. If there's an accident that occurs, there's an investigation that follows or ensues, and whoever is at fault, it's their insurance company's job to take care of any personal injury, property damage, any other liability. So you understand now why no-fault states and fault states are completely different. I'm licensed in Pennsylvania, have clients in Pennsylvania. I'm licensed in Virginia, have clients in Virginia. Virginia, again, is an at-fault state. Pennsylvania, again, is a no-fault state. So I have to advise my clients many different ways. We appreciate you taking your time to listen to this another episode of Solomon's Insurance Talks. Hopefully it was full of a lot of value. Hopefully you can understand your car insurance a little bit more now, and you can pull out the policy and see what you have. But most importantly, if you got something out of this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in to Solomon's Insurance Talks. Have a wonderful day.